Hello and welcome back, or hello for the first time. I'm Dr. Patrick Kingset, and today I'd like to have a chat about joyful self-improvement. We will look at what this idea is and moving towards real and actual self-improvement done enjoyably and playfully. Now, before we get moving, don't forget to like if you do, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to touch the notifications icon, please, as this will let you know when I've put out new ideas on all things psychologically related. So what is joyful self-improvement? Let's look at a quote by a famous philosopher called Socrates to help us. He has a timeless quote about the importance of self-improvement. So what he says is, just as one person delights in improving his farm and another in his horse, so I delight in attending to my improvement day by day. Now, what does Socrates mean by this quote? Now, Socrates says that while some people place importance in improving the objects they own every day, he enjoys placing importance on improving himself. It's important to note that Socrates is not trying to push the point that it's important to improve oneself. That's apparent. Instead, he takes delight in the process. Now, what can we take from this? Both personal and professional development or improvement have become hot topics in social magazines and media. If you search for self-improvement on the social media in Google, it's interesting how many various topics come up, and everyone has their idea of the top 10 ways of achieving self-improvement. However, individual self-improvement is often seen as a chore. Something else to add to the to-do list, to make better list. But why is this? Why don't we put it at the top of our daily list of things to achieve? After all, it would help us in so many different areas of our life. Why can't we not look at self-improvement in a creative and playful fashion? Now, playing with the notion of what improvements you wish to make, that's exciting. If we make this shift, perhaps the self-improvement journey would be as fulfilling and enjoyable as the change. The fun factor of playing with your self-improvement and the creative outlet this involves would perhaps be enjoyable. As human beings, we all like to improve things in our life as part of human nature. But it can become exciting to look closely at the things we often choose to spend our time enhancing and prioritizing. How much time and energy do we use to improve our home, our work, our business, our car? And we often see these areas as necessary to improve and work on. As let's face it, it's nice to have a comfortable home, a nice car, a successful career. However, how often do we spend our time and energy improving ourselves? All the external trimmings of life are excellent. But without attending to ourselves, our mind, our body, our soul, the outer trimmings don't have the same effect, do they? Then there are the false, imaginary, or fantasy improvements we all spend time on. We indulge our mind in fantasy ideas of, winning the lottery and what our lives would be like. We imagine talking to people in specific ways that we never bring to fruition. Think of the hours people have spent leveling up imaginary characters or organizing the perfect relationships with work colleagues. Now, there's nothing wrong with imagination, and sometimes from this comes concrete ideas of how to make change. But we sometimes allow these fantasy ideas to take hold and residence in our minds rather than spending time looking at realistic improvements that could be made in the near future. The more time we spend in imaginary and fantasy mode in our minds, the less time we have to make real choices and changes. To find joy in self-improvement, it needs to be a priority. It can help remind yourself what the self-improvement ideas will lead to. Ask yourself questions such as, if I work on this about myself, what could this lead to? What would change in my life? What I suggest is each day to spend a little time on your self-improvement plan. It doesn't have to be complicated. And remember, you might enjoy it. Now, some examples might be spending some time thinking about your exercise routine. Do you currently do any exercise? And how might exercise benefit you? Think about your food choices and if they are assisting you in your health. Would you benefit from scheduling some time with friends or alone? Is there something you'd like to learn or do? Are you getting enough rest and sound sleep at night? What do you do for relaxation? Now let's move on to 3 specific ways focusing on self-improvement. Now firstly, self-improvement can lead to new opportunities. Personal growth, also known as self-improvement, can open up new opportunities in your life. It may be that you focus on improving your assertiveness skills with others. Through this work and growth in this area, you may decide to apply for a higher level job at work, and your close relationships with others will improve. It all starts by choosing an area you wish to expand on and gathering information and assistance to help you achieve your self-improvement goals. Secondly, it can lead to increased self-confidence. To pursue the dreams you have in life, you need a certain amount of self-confidence and belief in your ability to succeed. As you embark on your self-improvement journey, you build up the mindset that you can take steps towards goals and dreams you have in your life. Thirdly, it can ultimately lead to an improved version of yourself or the person that you wish to aspire to. Rather than continually thinking, I wish I could speak up in meetings at work, or I know I need to lose weight to be healthier, each day, wouldn't it be more empowering to know you are constructively doing something in the area to improve? And often the more you do, the more motivated you feel to keep going with it. I'm so dismayed to hear people proclaim, I'll never be healthy, assertive, confident, happy, etc. You can always do things to work on a particular area of you. So take charge, take control, and start the process of self-improvement. Now, one way of finding out how to choose a self-improvement area is to ask the people around you to make a list of what you're best at and where you can make improvements. If you agree with what they've said, take the list of improvements and work on them one by one. Do that and you'll soon find the same delight in attending to your improvement. You'll want to improve yourself first, then focus on the rest later. And remember, when you're functioning at your best and attending to and placing a priority on enhancing your mind, your body, your soul, you're better able to help others and focus on other aspects of life and it being more manageable. Take care of your health. This is mental, physical, and spiritual health. Put time into essential relationships with others. Make sure you allow yourself enough sleep and eating regular meals throughout the day. And don't forget to rest. You might as well make you as great as you can be. After all, your body and your mind are the 2 things you're guaranteed to be stuck with throughout your life. Get to know you. Find out what you like and dislike and nurture yourself through this journey. Enjoy. Now, before I go, please share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to touch the notifications icon, as this will let you know when I put out new ideas on all things psychologically related. Also, please leave any comments. I really appreciate reading them, getting back to you, understanding this. Bye for now.